Mark Witherspoon, former American champion in 7, and yet another American, Sam Jefferson, silver medalist in the World Student Games, completes the lineup. Linford Christie likes this track. Hasn't lost 100 metres here at Gateshead since August 1985. But remember, historically, Lewis is the man who usually triumphs when these two meet. Lewis, the world champion. Christie, the Olympic champion. You can feel the tension all around the stadium here as the most talked about race of the year is now just seconds away. The men's 100 metres with Linford Christie of Great Britain in lane 4 and Carl Lewis of the United States of America next to him in lane 5. The start all important. Neither of them renowned as great starters, but both have amongst the most powerful pickups of any sprinter in the history of the event. This race could be decided over the final 30 metres. Well, almost inevitably, and to the great, huge vocal disappointment of the crowd, there's been a false start.
Let's just watch that again. I thought that Lewis's blocks moved a little bit there, setting people off. He did move slightly. It'd be interesting to see if they give a false start there to either, who is that there? That's Smith, I think, and Drummond in the white. So although they're not the most important players, it doesn't help any of those athletes to have a false start to their tally.
Christie's worked on his start a lot in the last couple of years, particularly this year with his great friend Colin Jackson, and he's certainly improved in that area of his game. But Carl Lewis has surged through to win big medals in so many championships. You cannot write him off until the tape has been breasted. The men's 100 metres then. The confrontation between Christie, lane 4, and Lewis, lane 5.
Set.
Away this time, and Christie made the best start. Christie leading at the moment, Drummond going very well too from the United States. Here comes Linford Christie, Lewis from way behind, and Christie, for the moment anyway, is number 1. 10:09 the time, and Linford Christie has won the first stage of the biggest argument in sprinting. He hasn't got the World Championship gold medal round his neck just yet, but my word, the scenes of celebration here in Gateshead tonight couldn't surely be matched by anything he would do in Stuttgart. And there's his great mate Colin Jackson amongst the first to offer the handshake. Carl Lewis clearly unhappy about something. I'm not entirely sure what. He may have felt that another false start ought to have been recorded there, but whatever, he's experienced enough to know that when the gun goes and there's no recall, you've got to run first and argue later. Christie did, and Christie's the winner. Well, we can look back at it again. Steve O'Leary.
Let's have another look at this. This is going to be a controversy, isn't it? Let's have a quick look, see if we can see anything wrong with Carl Lewis there. I don't think there was much wrong there. I just think that he got a slow start, and even more so. I mean, Drummond's got a better start, but Christie, I mean, what can you say about the man? He was here to prove a point tonight, and he really did prove it in the best possible way. Look at that gap between him now and Lewis. Now, Lewis has got to worry about that going to the championships, and Linford is going to sleep on it. What more could you want? Here's the start again. Now watch Linford all in the white there, and Lewis closest to us. I don't think there was much wrong with that start at all. I think they all came off well, and if there's any criticism, I don't think it's justified really. Now this is it. Now, this is a great shot. Now, did those blocks slip? I don't think they did. I think that it was a good start, but look at the way that Lewis is struggling there. And look at the determination on Linford's face. If one came here for the money, I think it was Lewis. And if one man wanted to win, it was definitely Christie. Look at him looking across there, and he can't see him, and he knows in the end he's got him.
A magnificent run there too by John Drummond to take second place ahead of Carl Lewis, and remarkably he's not even in the American team in this event for the World Championships. And even if Lewis does complain that his block slipped there, well, I think that's just all part and parcel of the game if they were slipping, and he realised that before the gun. He had the option of signalling that to the starter. He didn't. He went down, he was comfortable. The race began quite fairly and squarely, and I think there can be no arguments whatsoever that Linford deserved to win that.
Right, now let's just clear this up about the blocks. Now we've got a superb shot here with our cameras. Now watch Lewis's blocks on the right. Do you think they slip? If that's the complaint, I don't think it's justified. And look at Linford's, his doesn't slip either. I think that was a good start. I don't think there's any complaint there at all, apart from the fact that he may have run badly.
Terrific moment then